8-play, 69-yard drive in 3 minutes and 11 seconds. And it was an 8-yard pass from Jordan Smith to Marcus Walker. Platte Valley leads 6-0 as the PAT was no good. But if the Bee Diggers can, at the very worst, Dave, keep it right here, receive the second half kickoff, they're still in good shape.
Sure they are, and it's just a matter of getting this momentum turned around and keeping their head up after a couple of costly penalty and then that turnover.
And let's see who'll kick it off here. Chase Maxey set up. There's a couple of Broncos set up. It'll be kicked over there. Not sure who did that. At the 12-yard line, fielded by Kugas, running to his right to the 20. Stutter steps back to the inside, and he's hammered it around the 24-yard line. A return of around 12 yards. Yeah, they had 2 or 3 guys up there. It looked like they were going to kick the football. In fact, it might have been Cassidy Madison who kicked that off. But anyway, the football's at the 23 for the Bee Diggers. Officially, well, now they reset it to the 25 with 6.5 to go. In the opening half, Bee Diggers down 6-0. They have been down every game this season. They have not scored first in any game. This would be a nice time for the Bee Diggers to take some time off the clock. Bruce Melendez is the receiver to the left on 1st and 10 from the 25. Kukas back to throw up the play action. Over the middle of the pass is complete to Hansen at the 30. He spins to around the 35-yard line. That'll be a first down. The first down for the Bee Diggers, and it took nearly 18 minutes to do so as Derek Naybauer made the tackle.
And you know what's funny? That on that play, Platte Valley's anticipating the pass. They have 3 safeties and corners back there this time. But the cool thing is CJ was still able to thread the ball in there to a wide-open Hansen and still pick up that 10 yards even though they had the pass coverage.
And maybe that opens up the run, which is something they desperately need. That was the first pass attempt. 1st and 10 for the Bee Diggers at their own 30, even 6 minutes to go. In the opening half from Kersey. Back wide off to Weiser running right at the 40-yard line, back towards the middle, and he somersaults to around the 46-yard line. He was literally picked up, but a gain of 11 and a first down as Chase Maxey made the play. And there is a late flag. Oh, boy, who was talking there? There was some exchanging of verbiage, and I think that's going to be against Platte Valley. Unsportsmanlike conduct? No, it's against Brush and against Platte Valley. All right. So offsetting penalties, but nonetheless, it's a first down.
I see that was a great opportunity. Brett had a chance to really sock it to Platte Valley with a big penalty there. Guys got to make sure that they keep their cool. Weiser, he cut that thing back up in the middle, and it kind of gave that kid a chance as he was running straight up and down again, and the kid got underneath of him, picked him up in the air, and kind of drove his shoulder through him onto the carpet. I think if Weiser could do anything different, he would have cut to the sideline.
Right. He had more room.
Yeah.
1st and 10 for Brush at their own 46-yard line. Melendez once again the receiver to the left. The backs are now split. Kukas with a hard count will hand it off to Weiser running left. Stutter steps his way to the 49 as he cut back towards the middle. Grabbing him around the ankles and making the play for Platte Valley with Seth Valadez, the 5'11", 190-pound senior linebacker. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
What a nice carry, though. You take those 3 yards like that every chance you get, and Weiser running that time a lot like Seawald.
By the way, the weather tonight is gorgeous. I mean, it's at, low 60s? I mean, I thought it was going to be a lot colder than this, but it's very pleasant and really not a factor in this game. With under 5 minutes to go in the opening half, it's moving along extremely quick. 2nd down and 7 for the Bee Diggers, just shy of the 50-yard line. Handoff Weiser running left, making Rosenbrock across the 50 to the 49. We'll give him 2 yards in the play. Aaron Olson makes the tackle. But a 3rd down and 5, which the Bee Diggers can certainly live with.
Yeah, like you said, it's real manageable. And like you said before, that pass, look how it's opened up their running game a little bit more. So it'll be interesting. Platte Valley's thinking, in the first quarter, they had everybody up there to stop the run, and now they're thinking, well, what do we do? Should we come up there and try to stop Weiser again and keep him from running 10 yards, or should we drop back and watch the pass? So at least it's got that defense guessing a little bit.
Well, the Bee Diggers couldn't guess here because they've got to call a timeout. There was some confusion, and Randy Dreitz had to call the timeout, the second used by the Bee Diggers. Platte Valley has all 3 with 4:24 to go in the opening half, and Platte Valley leads by a score of 6-0. And that was on an 8-yard pass play from Jordan Smith to Marcus Walker. But as we said before, the Bee Diggers They could really pick up a first down here. Maybe Platte Valley doesn't have a chance to move the ball down the field, I should say, before the half, and all of a sudden the momentum turns back to Brush.
Right, the opportunity Brush has right now to eat up this clock and put points on the scoreboard before the half is great. But like you said, probably the biggest thing they need to do is make sure Platte Valley doesn't have a chance to put another point up here with just a few seconds left on the clock before halftime.
When the Beat Diggers get to the line of scrimmage, it'll be third and a long 3. With that football resting just shy of the Platte Valley 48-yard line. Beat Diggers have 2 chances to get the yards, but they missed on a 4th and 1 earlier in this game. Kukas to hand it off to Weiser, running left, first down to the 45. He runs into a Bronco at around the 41, picks up 7 yards, and the Beat Digger drive continues. And Jordan Smith made the tackle from his defensive back position.
Smith is the safety, and like we said before, it's like they're playing without a free safety because Smith was playing about 6 yards off the ball, clear over on the right side, which is right where Weiser ran. But their linebackers, they all blitzed in the middle. They were all expecting the run to be in between the guards, and it was outside the tackle. And, boy, Brush just exploited that blitz that Platte Valley tried to run.
4 minutes to go in the opening half. 1st and 10 for the Platte Valley 40. Back to throw Kukas. Over the middle of the passes. Incomplete. Broken up at the 34-yard line, in and out of the hands of Shea Hansen, broken up from behind by Jordan Smith, and that was just a very nice defensive play.
It was, but Hansen had it in his hands, and that's one of those things I bet if he had it to do over, he wouldn't have let that kid knock the ball out of there. But it seemed like the same pass play that Hansen took earlier in the game for 10 yards. So it was just Hansen coming across the middle. So a good pass play, and I sure like how Kukas stands up there in the pocket really tall and takes his time and threads the needle with a nice pass.
That was an excellent throw. 2 passes thrown by Brush in this game. 2nd and 10, and there was movement there. Platte Valley's pointing towards Brush. So it looked like illegal procedure against the Beat Diggers somewhere on the left side of the line of scrimmage, but Platte Valley almost crossed that line of scrimmage. They almost looked like they got into the neutral zone.
You know how sometimes the defense can kind of provoke that offensive line into moving, and that's what Platte Valley, I think they did that time. Is they came running up to the line of scrimmage, got really close to the line of scrimmage right in front of the offensive lineman, and made them jump.
2nd down and 15 for the Beat Diggers. They're at the Platte Valley 45, and on this drive, they picked up 3 first downs on a drive that started at their own 25-yard line. Can they come up with a big running play to set up a 3rd and manageable? In motion to the left is Rutherford. Kukas on the pitch right to Morrow, and he is stripped, and the ball is loose on the ground, still loose. The Beat Diggers fighting for it, and Platte Valley has got it at the 40-yard line. Beat Diggers have coughed it up again. And recovered over there by Derek Naybauer. And Platte Valley's in business with 3:50 to go in the opening half, leading 6-0.
Like that football was a bar of soap because whenever anybody touched it, it just kept squirting back closer to the goal line. The Brush was defending. And one of those bad things where Brush was in a double tight end formation, and Platte Valley was just able to send the right guy at the right time in the right place, and they just got us on that play.
Well, Tanner Morrow has fumbled. Connor Weiser's fumbled. Caleb Arnold in motion to the right. Jordan Smith has fumbled for Platte Valley. Shotgun formation, rolling to his right, pressure coming, throwing off his back foot. That pass is caught by Arnold along the sideline for a short gain, about 2 yards, before Shea Hansen came up to make the hit at the 38-yard line, so well defended by Brush.
Yeah, it was, and there was some good pressure on Smith, and that's something the Diggers have got to do to keep that passing attack at bay.
2nd down and 8 for the Beat Digger 38-yard line with 3:20 to go in the opening half. 6-0 Platte Valley. And a shotgun is Smith, awaiting the snap. Will hand it off to Plott, running off right tackle, and he dives to around the 35-yard line before Tyson Larrick wraps his arms around Plott's ankles. 3rd down and 5. And again, a no-huddle situation for Platte Valley. 2 receivers out to the left and 2 to the right. Could be 4-down territory for Platte Valley on 3rd and 5 from the Beat Digger 35. Man in motion to the left. Awaiting the snap is Smith. He will option left. Will he take off with the football? He will. He's hit at the 33, but he died carrying Derek Lynch to the 29-yard line, picking up 6 yards, an additional 3 with Lynch grasping Smith, and it's a 1st down for the Broncos.
Smith just showing a lot of power. You know, before I said that I thought the guy that was supposed to tackle Smith let him go and went for the pitch man, but that's actually the way that coverage is supposed to happen. Is the linebackers have to come up and make the tackle on that option.
1st and 10 from the Beat Digger 29. Smith back to throw, little pressure, heaves it down the middle. That pass is going to be intercepted by Melendez at the 1-yard line. And he runs to his left to around the 4, and he's down right there. Interception by Melendez as the tackle was made by Marcus Walker, who caught the touchdown, and he might have been the intended receiver. Excellent coverage, and the Beat Diggers now force a Platte Valley turnover, but you need a first down here because you're pinned back to your own 5-yard line. If you don't get that first down, Platte Valley's going to have a shot before the break.
Yeah, they sure are, and they have their timeouts, the timeouts they need to stop that clock, but you know what, we'll take that defensive play when we got it and worry about what's coming down the road next. As Melendez stepped in front of it, and he was able to intercept that thing at the last minute because it looked like he was wide open. It looked like it was going to be a completed pass.
Well, you got to hold on to the football now. Melendez has intercepted passes in back-to-back weeks. First down, Kukas back to throw, pressure coming. Off his back foot towards the sideline. It's caught at the 22-yard line by Henson. And a first down to the 23. Looked like he might have juggled that football, but brought it in for a gain of 18. And a hold against the Beat Diggers will nullify that play. And that's what happened with that pressure coming. You can't allow a safety there.
Yep, you know, the Diggers' offensive line was trying to knuckle down and make sure that Kukas didn't get, make sure that he wasn't able to get sacked on the play, and they did that. But the problem is the way it makes you drop your head when you have a big play and you think something really great's just about ready to happen, and then it goes against you.
Well, something good did happen for Platte Valley. The hold was in the end zone, so Platte Valley has been awarded a safety, and with 2:18 to go in the second quarter, they lead 8-0. I mean, that's the rule at any level of football. If you commit a penalty, an offensive penalty, in your own end zone, it's going to be 2 points for the defense, and now the Beat Diggers are in a hole, but they're still only down one score at 8-0. You cannot make this a 14 or 15-0 game and then come out in the second half and expect to win on the road against a team that is 2-1 and nearly won in overtime last week against Faith Christian.
Yep, in that situation, you're glad that the safety happened rather than the touchdown, or rather than the fact that they maybe would have been able to keep driving and maybe even come up with a field goal. So the safety really might have been the best case scenario.
So the Beat Diggers now will punt it from their own 20-yard line. And the Brush special teams tonight has been good. No question about it, but it's going to have to be good another time before we get to the halftime break.
I'm excited to see how far CJ kicks this ball because he's been punting very well this year with pressure on him. It'll be neat to see how he does when he can just settle down and take a couple of steps and kick it without having to worry about being tackled or blocked.
It's Clay Float and Sterling Zender inside their own 40-yard line.